Good morning, everyone. Today we are checking out from our Airbnb in Florence, and today we go to Rome. So, the agenda for today is to visit the Colosseum and maybe do something else.
Roman Forum and Palatine Hill.
Yeah, Roman Forum and Palatine Hill. Let's see. We are going to catch the 904 train from Florence to Rome. I think, is it a direct train?
No, one change.
It is not a direct train. Anyway, there will be one change. So it's very difficult to change the trains with such heavy luggage. But anyway, perks of being on a vacation. Having said that, we are all ready to visit Rome. I've heard from other tourists that Rome is going to be extremely crowded
And hot.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed that I really like Rome. But that's actually the last leg of our vacation, and as the days are approaching towards the end of our vacation, I think I'm slipping into some kind of sadness or something like that. But anyway, we are all ready, and now we go to Rome. Hi everyone, welcome to day 1 in Rome. Today our agenda is to visit the Colosseum, but we have our slot booked at 6 p.m. So before that, we will be going to the Palatine Hills and
The Roman Forum.
So that is what our agenda is. We just arrived at Rome and we dropped our bags in Airbnb and we just headed out. Did not want to waste time today. We have lots of things to cover.
That is the Ark of Constantine in front of us. Right now we're in the middle of the Roman Forum. As you can see behind me is the Septimus Severus Ark. This is the place where people of Rome used to meet for interactions, markets and everything in the 5th century BCE. It was devoid of any buildings back then, but it also used to serve as the gathering point for all social purposes.
We are at the Basilica Julia. So this is again a covered space that was used for any kind of social functions. This was built by Julius Caesar in the 54 BC, and then it was rebuilt again by Augustus Caesar in 14 BC. So this entire complex is so astonishing. Like, if you come over here, you'll think that how could these people build such an architecture and have such amazing ideas so many years back. Like, we are talking 2000s minimum 2000 years. Like 2000 years is when this was probably built or something like that.
Many of them were built even as far back as 2500 BC, but the Roman Forum itself at 2500 BC was more of an empty space used for gatherings. But going beyond Julius Caesar, when Augustus Caesar came to power, he started building monuments and basilicas in this region to honor the gods and of course his uncle as well. So currently we have finally come up to the Palatine Hill, which basically was the word for palace in ancient Roman. You can see these are the ruins of the palatial gardens as well as the houses of nobles who used to live here in that era. And if you see those tall trees, each of the ceilings used to be that high. So now, even nowadays, when we refer to palaces, we are actually referring to the ancient Roman word for Palatine. So at the top of the Roman Forum and adjoining to the Palatine Hill itself, you can see this beautiful house, right? This house is said to be the house of Augustus and Livia. I mean, just imagine living here in that day and age with such a lush background, covered by trees on all sides, and a huge palace here up on the Palatine Hill.
And we finally arrive at the Colosseum. I'm having a little Gladiator moment right now, to be honest. And I'm really excited to see, the arena.
The entrance to the Colosseum, the ground where so much blood has always been spilled. Although, there are new archaeological evidences to deny that, but you can't deny the magnificence of the gladiator wars and battles that used to take place in those days.
Welcome to day 2 in Rome. So we have boarded the bus and we are going to the Vatican City. So that is our main agenda for today. It will take some good amount of time to cover the entire Vatican City. So we have not kept much of agenda today.
But if possible, we'll try to go to Castle Sant Angelo as well. Climax of Angels and Demons were shot there. So that's also an attraction we want to visit.
So one thing, the traffic in Italy is similar, if not more, than that of India. So my friend was rightly saying that Rome is preparing us to go back and end our vacation. But it's beautiful. It's just that we have come at peak summer, but yesterday it rained. And it rained so much that it cooled down the weather, and we just enjoyed like anything yesterday. All 4 friends, we sat in a restaurant outside and we laughed and we giggled and we had a lovely conversation. And we just enjoyed yesterday. But anyway, let's see what today holds for us, and really hope that, Vatican City lives up to our expectation. I'm really excited for that. Welcome to the world's smallest country. We have reached Vatican City, which is actually a country in itself. And here it is. So we looked for guided tours, but all of them are sold out. Maybe because of the appointment of the new Pope and everybody is here to see the new Pope. But anyway, we have got the audio guide and we had taken one of the audio guide and we had a spare headphone, so we connected it and we are sharing it, me and my husband. So our tour in the museum starts now.
We are standing in St. Peter's Square and having, beautiful views. If there's any chance, we can see the Pope. He would come out right there in the middle balcony. But I guess today is not that day. One interesting fact about St. Peter's Basilica is that you will see statues at the bottom layer here, and as well up there. Where I'm standing, it would seem both the statues are of equal height, whereas the lower ones are approximately 8 feet, upper ones are almost 24 feet each. I'm not sure exactly 24 or 12, but there's a difference in size which you can decipher because they're so high up, they still look the same size from down here. After spending the morning visiting the Vatican museums and the Basilica of St. Peter's, now we just took a quick walk about a kilometer to visit this, the Castle of Sant Angelo, the Castle of the Angel. Many of you might remember this was shown as the final spot of the path of Illuminati in the movie Angels and Demons. And right now we are standing outside the castle and towards the entrance, just in front of the Ponte Sant Angelo. I'm just thinking, I'm not 100% sure the name, but this is the Bridge of the Angels. As you can see, it's a very beautiful arc bridge, multiple arcs, and on each side of the bridge there are depictions of angels built by Bernini himself. Top of the Castle Sant Angelo. It's very windy up here and it provides an extraordinary view across the city. Have a look. Welcome to day 3 of Rome and the last day of our vacation this time. So right now we're supposed to go directly to Piazza Navona to get our tickets for the Pantheon, but we're taking a short detour. Just in front of our Airbnb is the Basilica di San Clemente, which if you are aware, it has multiple level of excavations below. Like initial is built on top of a house, then another temple, and multiple layers. Like history is just beneath our feet over here. One of the highest domes in Europe. So we are finally here at the Spanish Steps, but it seems they are closed. We can't even go up there anymore. Some kind of event is about to happen and they're preparing stages and everything.
Hi guys, so today marks officially the last day of our 21 days vacation. We are like it's evening. It's about 8 p.m. now, and we took some
8:30 in fact.
8:30 p.m. and the sun is still up, and we thought of spending the evening in front of the Colosseum, and then we will head back to our Airbnb early because we have got an early flight tomorrow and we have to wake up really early. So how did you enjoy your trip?
It was a dream vacation for me. Switzerland was your dream vacation, Italy was mine. We went to so many places, so much experimental food sometimes in case, which backfired as well, but it was a unique experience that it was a different cultural experience altogether as well.
What are you going to miss the most?
Oh, the wine among other things, but also the views from the Swiss Alps, like getting a mountain cottage high up in the hills and then just waking up to the views of the Matterhorn. Those kind of things are always going to be dear to my heart.
As for me, I think I'm going to miss everything. Switzerland has always been my dream destination since the time I was, able to pronounce Switzerland. So it had been my childhood dream. So the view, the nature, the calmness, the peace that I experienced in Switzerland, definitely I'm going to miss that. And in Italy, I'm going to miss the amazing art over here and the amazing vibe of what this country holds. So definitely we are going to miss this vacation. It's like 21 days past like 21 seconds, and we are already having an anxiety attack of returning home and starting to work and getting back to our
Yeah,
daily
that's the
routine.
worst thing. Like, we'll be arriving at home tomorrow, and 2 days after that, I have to join work. That is like, not something we want to do at the moment. Obviously, we're still in the vacation mode. But again, we have to return to the quiet life again for some time before we come back here again.
Yeah, so piece of advice, take at least 2 days rest, 2 to 3 days rest before joining work. Otherwise you're going to have anxiety that the vacation is over. But nevertheless, this vacation actually serves as a motivation for us to work harder so that we can afford another vacation in a very short span. But that was it for this trip. Hope I know we could not vlog all the time because we were always running and rushing and all the time.
And many of the important locations and museums did not even allow us to record, including the inside of Sistine Chapel itself, right? That's one of the things I've been wanting to visit since decades now. You can enjoy the art over there, but pictures or videos are not allowed.
So hope we could give you some information and a good itinerary for your trip to Switzerland and Italy. And see you in our next trip, in our next vlog, in somewhere another adventure where we get to explore some more. So till then, bye bye.